New week, new project. It's happening again. This one is going up on my wall, I reckon, up there. I thought about having it on the bricks up there, but then it'd be facing that way, and I don't want that. So if it's up there, it can be facing out the door, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Anyway, this one, super simple. I'm gonna airbrush the bejesus out of it, maybe throw some candy at it. I'm not gonna do any base coat, going straight over the gel coat. So all I'll do is cut it so it will sit flat on the wall. I don't want it to be tilted up, I want it to be flat. Scuff it up, clean it, and then get the airbrush out and get to painting some skulls and crocodile heads and whatnot. There it is, cut. I'm not worried about the windscreen being like that. It doesn't bother me. It's going on my wall. Right, let's go on there somewhere. Probably face height, so about, there. Like 5 foot off the ground. I'm pretty short. And then I was looking at it. I'm just going to have 2 90-degree brackets coming out, and that's it. That's all it needs. And then they'll sit underneath the flat part of the cowl and at the back there. And if I don't think it's enough, I can just put screws straight through it. Does not bother me. Let's get into the fun part of this. Sanding. Oh no. Definitely going to need a screw to hold it in place, like just in the top of each, which is fine. Or just a pin, doesn't matter. Because when when the wall shakes, it slowly comes off. And we do occasionally get earthquakes. They're not big, thankfully, but you don't want the thing to fall off the wall. And that's a good height. It's, right in my face height. And I got the laser set up. You can probably just barely make out this line. So it is level enough. And now it's onto the fun part. Sanding. I already said that before. This is going to be me for the next, I reckon 20 minutes. And after I scuff the whole thing back with the red Scotch-Brite, I'll give it a really good clean with grease and wax remover, probably 3 times. And then I can have fun with it. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm waiting on parts for that, waiting on parts for the pedal car, waiting on parts. So I gotta find something to do. And this is it. I want to try and paint this guy, just the green and the white, no black around it, with CROC rods. Try my best. It's been a very long time. So far, not so good. My airbrush, I was using this one. It's got a slightly bent needle. It's giving me all this sputtering and dotting, and it's really annoying and frustrating. And then I might use the template a little bit. I want a thick black outline, like cartoon style. So I switched to this airbrush, which hasn't got a bent tip, and it's giving me a much nicer line around here. So I'm just going to go over it all. This paint, it says it's opaque, but it's thinned down so much that you need to go over it again and again and again. That's what I'm trying to achieve. It's slightly different, but that's fine. I just want to get the eyes looking real mean, but then I went and did that. It's been a very long time. I should have practiced a little bit. I did a few little bits down here just to see what the airbrush is doing. That's with the switched airbrush, and that's with the other one. Just little practicey bits down here, but this sputtering is just driving me mental. Because it goes along and then and I was like, oh, do I just keep going or do I try and stop and fix it? Anyway, let's get back into it. I mean, it's not horrible. It's very cartoony, which is kind of what I was going for. I sort of lost it with the hands. I was thinking about trying to add like a spanner or something in there, or I don't know. It's not too bad. I decided to go with like a red glow in the teeth, red in the eyes. Try to bring out some of the highlights with the pencil. This is a white pencil, but mostly what it's doing is scratching the paint off to reveal white underneath. I was using the eraser end on that to also remove paint, as well as this one. Yeah, it's nothing special, it's just like it was $1 or something. Green is candy, it's called Poison Green. And then a tiny bit of blood red, also candy. All water-based paints. It's been a very long time since I airbrushed. You look at the guillotine video, that was all stencil and a little bit of freehand. That's all freehand. I tried to use the shields, but yeah. It's not perfect, but I like it. I had someone comment in one of my short videos about what I use. These are both of these two here are Iwata Revolutions. I don't know if it's visible. This is classified as a micron because the needle is super fine. Where are we? Over here. It's ultra fine needle. Okay, it's like 0.3 or something millimeter. This one is 0.8, I believe. So it's a lot bigger needle. It's got paint on the end of it. Need to clean it. I've also got cheap brushes, like this guy down here, 20 bucks. It's good for laying on paint. These are good for fine detail. I've also got quick connect fittings on all of these. So I can just plug it in and off I go. Cleaning your airbrushes is very important. Keeping them clean and lubricated with something like that. These are non-toxic, non-silicon, made by Iwata for airbrushes and spray guns. And same with this one. This one's made by SAT. And this one is mainly for spray guns. This is more of a grease. I've got a bunch of brushes and stuff to clean with. I use a white pencil for highlights, an eraser also for highlights if you've got a white background, and I sometimes sketch on my substrate, which is the grey lead. Paints, I use CROC. These are water-based, as well as Trident, also water-based. And if I'm doing candies, like the flame here and the green, you need to seal each colour with something like this. It's basically a clear coat that you can paint over. And my candies are also water-based. Here's a poison green by CROC, pretty sure. Made in America. Yeah, good stuff. I've had these for a long time. And you don't need much. I've also got some of my own mixtures. This is acrylic with A on it. I've got H for water-based. H is for H2O. And I've got C, which I think is CROC's blend. So tinted. I got loads of stuff. I've made my own shields as well as some bought ones. This is the mini big shield, and there's a texture one, and you've got the little big shield. I bought these in a pack, and then the big shield. So, yeah, they're good for all sorts of things. There's another one I made for, that's about it. Let's get back into painting. There it is. I had a bit of painter's block, so when I did the like red into green, I just couldn't see it and just wasn't feeling it, and same with over here, just wasn't feeling it. I'm not giving up on it, I've just had enough for now. I need a lot more practice, and I don't want to practice on that. So let's go and have a look at some of the stuff I've done in the past. This is the side of my sandblasting cabinet. It's a little bit dusty. Dust it with a dusty rag, that's how you do it. I did that years ago, back when I used to airbrush all the time. I think it shows, because it's very dark. I was in a dark place at that time as well, so it's very gritty. Cyclops, you know. And these, you know, that one's the size of my hand, but you know, you got some of these that are small. There's quite a bit of detail in them. Yeah. Used to love airbrushing, and then I got married and had kids, and that went on the back burner. I'll get some photos of my older work that I don't have here. There's one of them's gone. It was on a car.